Hey, Paulie, what's happening, man?
Trust the system, and it works.
Trust. Isn't that like a slogan for a team or something? Trust the process.
It's like the slogan for the government, maybe.
No, you can't.
Trust us. Trust us. You can trust us.
How you been,
What's
man?
up, man? Doing good. Doing
Another
great.
week.
Feeling
Another
great.
week.
Looking great. I got that stuff off my face. If anybody follows me on Instagram, I know I sent it to you personally.
It looked like Dia de los Muertos kind of thing going on. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool. I could
It
never do
was
that
for
on
a
my
good
face.
cause. For a
There
good
you go.
cause. Burnt eyes and everything. So yeah,
Good
that's
stuff, man.
going. That's
So-
what I had going. But what do you got going?
Well, I've got a special guest. We've got a
You
special
do?
guest today.
Where?
I do.
Huh?
We do.
What?
We do. We're going to bring him up in just a second. You
All
guys may
right.
know him if you follow him on Instagram. Guy's name, David Jones, Locker Mint. Very catchy
Ooh.
name. Very cool. Let's go ahead and bring him up.
Hey guys.
What's up, man?
What's up,
happening?
guys?
Good to
Getting
see
ready
you,
for
Dave.
spring training. Getting ready for spring
Yeah.
training.
Honored to be here, guys. I appreciate you bringing me on.
So,
Right
David,
on.
you and I met, had to be maybe 3 years ago, something like that, at a crawfish boil, right? That was at your place, right?
Mm.
Yeah, almost you're behind. Almost 4 years, I think.
No.
Yeah.
Come on, Husky.
Yeah.
Cussy, you getting that old?
Dude, I don't even,
Yeah.
I lose track of time. That was the first one, right? The inaugural?
Yeah, we've had 4 or 5 so far. I think we've done 4.
Okay.
You are behind a little bit.
Yeah, I'm pretty far behind. That was fun, man. That was so. Okay, before we jump into things, can you tell us a little bit about what the purpose of the crawfish boil was or is?
Well, it's just a community event. We try to get all the stackers, all the artists together, and just literally just kind of unplug from the day-to-day sales and the grind, and just have fun.
Yeah.
And then it slowly turned into, like the last year we had it, it turned into more of almost like a dealer's meeting, you know.
That's neat.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's always a lot of fun.
Very cool. All right, well,
Right on.
tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Who are you?
Yeah. That's what I'm curious about. Is we met 30 seconds ago, right? So tell me and tell the audience of what is and who is the Locker Mint.
Oh yeah, well, I'm honored to meet you. I've heard a ton about you, Paulie, from lots and lots of people, and
I knew my ears were burning for a reason.
Yeah, it was all good. I promise.
Uh-huh.
No, we're a metals manufacturer. I got the bug about 7 years ago and started stacking myself. And I don't know, I stumbled onto my first piece of poured silver and I said, "Oh man, I want to do this." And that's kind of what we do now. I mean, that's what we do for a living. We basically make hand poured silver products. We do it, and we do it all. We do the statues, and our bread and butter is sand cast, and so that's kind of our prime. I'm free. My primary bread and butter is the sand cast. Excuse me. And then we do statues as well, and so we do it all, man.
Now, when you say we, who's involved with we?
Yeah, so I'm glad you asked. Obviously I can't do this alone. So, and about 3-4 years ago, I started teaching my son, and he's good. He's actually, well, I'll just admit he's better than I am. He caught the bug, and he's really good at it. And so it's my son, one of my closest friends, Jason Robbins, and then we just hired a guy last year his name's Dustin, and then my wife. So my wife's kind of the precious metals dealer, and then we're the manufacturer out here. So there's about 4 or 5 of us involved.
That's pretty stinking awesome.
That is.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's a family business, and I'm humbled my family got on board. You know what I mean?
That is
cool.
No
doubt.
Very rare.
Yeah. So
that is very rare.
That's us, man. Yeah.
Gotta ask you, what piece are you most proud of?
Oh, I'll be honest, I don't do a lot of statues. I've probably done 50 of them. And the reason we don't do them is, if you've not met me, I'm really, really particular on quality. And when you have things like sandcast or statues, just a normal part of the process is you get like pitting, you get little pinholes and pits.
Right.
Drives me absolutely insane. And so I will spend 6 hours with a Dremel and various tools on a statue. So probably my most favorite one we did was it was an alien from the movie Alien statue. And it was the full skeletal type thing. It was about, I don't know, about 8 or 9 ounces. It was a pretty good sized statue. And I spent a lot of time on that. And that was my prized possession. So
was that investment casting or sand
it was.
cast?
Yep,
Okay.
that was an investment cast. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so you mentioned that you prefer sand cast, or I think you said you prefer sand cast. Is there a reason why?
Well, it's what I started doing, and it's kind of our bread and butter. And we've become really, and I'm not trying to be arrogant, but we've become really good at it. And one of the things that we've done, I don't know if I have an example out here, but over the years, well, here, like just an example, right? Like you have the front of a sand cast, then you typically have this plain back. Okay.
Right, flat back, yeah.
And so we would use tools like this to really smooth our backs and things that other people weren't doing. And then as time went on, we started learning that we could do fully 360 dimensional in sand, which is quite a bit more challenging.
Right.
But here's the beauty of it, right? If you go buy a statue, you're paying $80 an ounce. If you come to us and get something like that, you're still paying $40-$50 an ounce. And so that's something that we're like this year we're hyper focused on, and we got some really cool stuff coming out. So anyways, so and in Sandcast, we have found a way in our operation, kind of like the Ford assembly line. And so we've just become good at it, and we just no sense in changing it. You know, statues are fun, but you know, it's 10 to 15 hours in the oven before you even get to pour a statue, you know. And Gold Spartan's great at that. You know, he's got 10 ovens and 10 printers, and I don't have all that. So we're set up for the high volume Sandcast, and it works.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. And you mentioned some big news coming. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So I guess it's been about close to 2 years now. I got a contact for somebody at Atmex and was trying to get our foot in the door with them. I mean, as you guys know, they're the largest or comparably one of the largest big boy dealers in the world. And so a good year and a half negotiations, and finally they placed a small order about 3-4 weeks ago. It's been delivered, it's been checked in, and they've cut us a check. So we are waiting for that to hit the website.
Yeah, that's huge.
And I'll even go a step further. To my knowledge, Atmex has only ever carried one small Sandcast item ever. Because as you know, Sandcast premiums are quite a bit more expensive.
Right.
So it's in a way, it's kind of groundbreaking that we were able to negotiate that, and they ponied up a little bit on the premium. So
that's huge.
That's exciting. Yeah.
That's
cool. Do you know when that's supposed to hit?
Well, yeah, you know what? I don't know. So I know that it was checked in, it was accepted. They asked me for a little email description. I sent that to them like 4 days ago. Excuse me. So I'm just checking the website every day.
Yeah, I bet.
Every day I'm like, oh, is it on there yet? You know, we can't wait. So it's exciting.
That's big. That's really big. Congratulations on that.
Yeah, that's great news. That's great to hear. Congratulations.
It's a grind, guys. I mean, I know you guys know this, but the metals industry premiums are small, very small. And it takes a lot of work to do this as a living.
Oh, yeah.
Not just the manufacturing side. I'm talking just sales in general, you know.
So being that you've dealt with all angles of this, what would you say have been some of the biggest challenges that you've experienced, and how'd you overcome them?
Wow, that is a good question. And I use this phrase in our household a lot. I say, it's really hard on the inside to know what you look like on the outside, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'm you'll get to know me, I'm a very competitive guy. and I'm a very sensitive guy. And the one thing, and this could just be my own insecurities, the one thing for me is popularity. And it's so funny because I'm a very humble guy, but trust me, I look around, I see the post and I see the competitors, and I'll see a competitor post. There's 500 comments and 1,000 likes, and I'll throw something up and I got 3 likes, you know.
Yeah.
And so it's tough. It's tough on the psyche. And you know, and my wife will say, well, honey, don't worry, because privately you just sold 100 pieces.
Sure.
And she's right. But that's the most challenging part. And my wife just got into this even after she met you. So only in the last couple of years, to try to be a precious metals dealer. And it's tough. It's tough. There's a lot of competition. And, you know, if you're not that well known, you've got to build that popularity. And so popularity is the thing to me, right?
Yep. But I guess not only that, it could be a thing, but you got to provide the product, and it seems that you're able to do that, and that you're going the extra steps, making sure it passes your standards, that people are going to come back. Now, are you doing like series of things, like your own designs? Are you also taking orders from I always like to say this, Joe Schmo Stacker, and they want you to make them cowboy hat? Do you take orders like that, or is this just your designs?
It's a good question, and I would say that's where I'm the weakest, I guess you'd say, and it's because as the manufacturing side of what we do grows, where your friend or the average guy on the street says, hey, Dave, I'd love you to design me and make me this. It's really hard to allocate time towards that when, you know, Rogue Island Mint just ordered 100 of this product. You know, it's hard to do that sometimes. We do that, but not as much as we used to.
Right.
Becomes more challenging. Yeah. So
it's just challenging now that you've built your business, the popularity, that you have to keep up with quotas and orders that come in from paying not so much customers but dealers, right?
Yes. I mean, you guys have them often. Sean D'Souza. It's how we Howard Emil and I started talking about even coming on your podcast. He's actually kind of slow to the party, but this last year he's been buying and selling a lot of our product as well. So to your point, the dealer orders, you know, 40 here, 30 here, 20 here, and then your buddy says, hey, make me a cowboy hat. Bro,
oh, I get it. Yeah.
It's challenging. So, but we've made huge strides this year.
Big picture, like let's say 5-10 years from now, where do you ideally see the Locker Mint?
Oh, that's a really cool question. So, you know what? I think this would probably be the most important part of the show that I'd like people to know about us. My son, his name's Mason, by the way. Actually, his name's David, but we call him Mason. He was, you know, a high school football star, a typical jock, right? Didn't get the greatest grades, right? He skated by, just a really good kid. And I started teaching him this, and he gave up his future to be a part of this. Wow. And he still has, right? So he's in here plugging the shop, and some days, some weeks, you know, with cash flow, I'm like, son, it's not going to be that much. Here's a couple $100. And then maybe we do a really good one, and like, here, bro, here's $800. You did great. Big project. Right. But we're still very small, very family orientated. And he believes in his dad and his mom and the business. So my goal is 5, 10, maybe 20 years, whatever it is, I want it to be his. I want him to carry on the legacy. And then I want to be on a lake fishing. I'm just getting a little piece of it.
I hear that. That's
so great. Yeah. And then the last part is I did want to graduate. I always wanted to graduate into big bullion, right? It's a little bit easier to manage when somebody's ordering 500 pieces at a time, as you guys know, when 500 people are ordering one piece at a time.
Sure.
It's a lot more difficult to keep up on the, on the ladder. So yeah,
that's amazing. I love that. I had no idea about how involved your son was or is.
Yeah.
That's moving. Really, really cool, man.
It's hard. You're ex-military, right? Marine?
Yeah, that's right.
Right. So I always feel like the patriotic guys kind of were tough on the outside, but the feels, they got the feels.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to lay your head down at night thinking about those things.
Of course.
And saying, oh my God, if I fail, I'm kind of going to screw up my son's future,
That's a lot of weight.
It's a lot of weight, brother, for sure.
Yeah.
And it takes a certain person to be able to do that, put their idea on the line for your family, and to continue to do it and keep going forward to the point where your own son wants it to be that big a part of it. It just got to feel great in my mind.
Well, and you can imagine, right? Young kids, when you try to teach them your hobbies or your things in the beginning, they're like, Dad, this is so dumb.
Right.
This is so dumb.
Sure.
Right. And now what he does is he'll go out in the garage and he'll skim my silver and go make something and auction it so he can make some money. So
smart.
Hey, Dad, can you buy me one of those? No, but so he's become a little stacker on his own. So it's it's really good to see those types of things.
So you've got a working shop in your garage, correct?
Yes. Yep.
So question for you on that.
Sure.
Have you ever swept to the floor and reclaimed the silver off the floor, and how much did you get?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So that's a really good question. I don't want to move the camera around and all that, but just to make it simple, like I don't know if I can even show you this. This will blow your mind. Let me show you. I'm sitting here at my cleanup station, guys. So you see this?
Oh, that's a couple grams. All right.
Okay. So we've built a tray, and this is for our right here where we sand and where we cut and everything. And when we process that silver, I get anywhere from 70% of it comes back pure, and we'll get 50 to 60 ounces. And to your question, when we swept the floor last time, it was roughly 45 to 50 ounces.
Whoa! I was not expecting that.
Yeah,
Me neither. I figured maybe 10.
Yeah. No. Polly was waving around a 100-ounce bar a minute ago. I think you got that beat just in the dust. Dust in your vents.
Just in dust particles.
Here's another funny thing, right? So you got all these flasks lined up that are full of sand, and you pour, and sometimes it spills on the table.
Okay.
And you open these flasks and you get dirt. So we just take like a brush and brush the table off in the Ziploc bags. It's full of dirt. And 3 months later, I'll pull them out. I'll recover 40 to 50 ounces there too.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, no doubt, right?
It's
you know what would have been really cool, and maybe we can do this in the future, is if you had the time, like you're sitting down talking with us now, just show us quickly, or I mean not quickly, or just walk us through the steps of an actual sand casting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would be cool for people to see. Not a lot of people have seen it, and I'm sure they can go somewhere else and see it, but why not come here and see it, right?
I would love to do it. I've been bragging on you guys' show. I've been telling all my friends. I said, hey guys, go watch, because we watch your show. We actually, believe it or not, we watch it all the time.
That's awesome, man.
I knew there was somebody that watched us. See, I told you, Husky. Somebody's watching.
You gotta comment, man. You gotta
Well,
comment.
I was humbled to come on. So I was like, guys, hey, follow them so you get to see it when it launches and all that. But we haven't done in a while, but I will tell you, we did TikTok, and we would go live for 6 to 8 hours every Thursday, Friday, or Saturday night when we had big projects.
Oh,
and
cool.
I'm going to tell you, it was shocking. We would hold 200 to 300 viewers for 2 or 3 hours straight. That's awesome. Doing exactly what just doing the entire process.
Yeah.
It was wild.
No, that's
a lot of fun. Yeah.
We'll have to schedule that. We can have you fire up the furnace, and then when it's ready, when it's cooking, then we'll get you on.
Oh, absolutely. Cool. Love it. We got 5 of them over there, so we got plenty.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, one more question. You ever blow a circuit?
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. I've had to upgrade wiring and stuff in here. We've had to add additional outlets, and yeah, it's wild. Yeah, because these furnaces pull a lot. We use electric.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys use gas.
Heck yeah.
And we run 3 to 5 at a time.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd short something if I did that, because we I have furnaces as well, and I've when we first moved into this place, I would blow that circuit over and over again, so I had to upgrade stuff just to get one going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
crazy.
Yeah, we literally built this little office behind us for my wife to put all her stuff in there, and we put all new electrical in here, and we had to because we could only run 2 furnaces, and when we've got a big order, if you run 2 furnaces like that, you're just going to wear them out. So It's just better to have 5, turn them on, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Sounds like my house come Christmas time when we're plugging in so many crock pots and roasters, and I got to go tape the breaker on. Yeah. Stay on.
God, dude, come on.
Nice.
Don't tell me that.
No.
Yeah. Well, we love it, man. We have a lot of fun doing it.
Well, Dave, this has been awesome. We really do appreciate having you on the show, and I'm gonna hold you to it. We do want to bring you on again and watch that process.
Yeah, that would be great. It just come to me as I was sitting here listening. I said that would actually be really, really cool. And is there? Do you have your own website as far as that goes, or is it just the Instagram? And
no, we have the website.
All your information again for anybody viewing that's watching this as it releases or later. All Dave's information will be that we have to find him will be in the description below. And I'll actually, I think I'll throw Atmex in there as well, because he is going to be having his items for sale right there at Atmex as well.
Yeah, when they hit, you guys need to go buy them up so they come back.
Hey, there you go.
No doubt.
But easiest way to reach us right now is thelockermint.com, and you can even email us through that. It's very simple. Just don't forget thelockermint.com.
Got it.
Pretty simple.
Got it pulled up right now. Very cool, man. You got a lot of pieces on there.
Yeah, I took
share it quick. Share it quick while we're sitting here.
All right, let me.
You remember how?
Nope. Oh, present. Here we go.
Yeah.
Share screen. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Sharing. All right.
There we are.
This is the Locker Mint.
So thelockermint.com.
Yep.
So it looks like you got a couple of cool pieces up here, and I believe there's a few pages. Look at that leg lamp.
Yeah.
Check that out.
People love that. That's
Fragile.
We sell a couple of hundred of those every December.
Really?
Those are neat, man.
Cool.
It'd make a really cool Christmas ornament.
Yeah.
And I think you had right here under collection. Yeah, this is probably the whole collection. This piece right here, this is one of my favorites that I've seen that you guys offer. And this is from years ago. You've had this already, right?
Yeah, that's one of my earliest things that we'd ever done. There's, that's probably 5 years old, I bet.
And that is Davy Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, that's why we picked it. And we've changed a lot. I know you guys are trying to wrap it up, but, in the beginning, we're like any other artist. You go online, you source a 3D file, you print it, you make it.
Mm-hmm.
Now we've learned we design just about everything we make now. So 95% of what we do is all kind of original in my head stuff now.
So you've gotten really good at STL files.
Well, we have artists that are actually on our team. So we employ like three separate artists that do it for us. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then I have to get the computer and slice it and print it and all that stuff, Yeah.
Oh yeah. Cool, man.
Yeah,
all right, brother.
Very cool.
Well, thanks for being on the show, man. Thanks for being a part of the Crucible.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see it. Let me know when it hits, and I'll have all my friends watching.
Hell yes. All right, just hang out a minute as we close out of here.
Sounds good.
All right, cool. Husky, great show, buddy.
Yeah, man. We'll see you next time.
We will definitely see you all next time. Same bad channel. Don't forget about the giveaway. That information's in the description below as well. All right, Husky, have a good night.
Yeah, man.